General Hospital spoilers for the next 2 weeks, March 24 to April 4, reveal that Willow Corinthos will struggle with some Nina Reeves fury before Sasha Gilmore Corbin gets grilled. Jason Morgan will also tackle a crisis, while Lulu Spencer confesses, so let's discuss what's in store. During the week of March 24-28, Jason will try to force Carly Spencer to walk away from Jack Brennan, but it looks like she'll keep her romance with him intact. Carly and Brennan will talk about their future later, so they may refuse to let anyone get in the way of the love that's blooming. As for Jocelyn Jacks, she'll get a stern reminder of the secrets she'll have to keep as a WSB agent. Vaughn already gave Jocelyn a lesson about that, but it'll be Brennan's turn to warn Joss about keeping the details of her training under wraps. At the PCPD, Valentin Cassadine will have a favor to ask of Alexis Davis, so we'll see if that relates to Charlotte Cassadine or something else that Valentin needs taken care of. At Drew Quartermain's house, Nina will land in some trouble. After Drew discovers that Nina's been investigating in his safe, she'll face his backlash along with Willow's wrath. However, Nina may have spotted Drew's leverage on Portia Robinson in that safe, since she'll seek out the doc soon after. It looks like Portia and Nina have a partnership against Drew coming up, so we'll see what their next move is. Portia has been contemplating Drew's medical file, so that could play a role in the scheme she intends to carry out against her enemy. Next, Tracy Quartermain will put Brooke Lynn Quartermain through an interrogation. Since Lois Sorello abruptly went back to Bensonhurst for a visit, Tracy may sense the tension she left behind and wonder what's really going on with Brooke Lynn. Ned Quartermain will spill a new plan, so he might have a strategy to help Lois and Brooke Lynn patch things up. Of course, Ned doesn't know the real story, so could his efforts lead to him getting some new clues about the baby and adoption? As for Lulu, she'll make a confession to someone. It doesn't look like Lulu will break the news to Dante Falconry about the child that's being kept from him, but could she tell someone like Maxie Jones instead? Other GH spoilers say Ezra Boyle will push Laura Collins' buttons, while Christina Corinthos Davis grows increasingly vengeful toward Ava Jerome. There'll be some situation where Ava gains an advantage and delivers a threat, but Christina's about to do something big and bold. It'll leave Christina regretting her choice in the aftermath, so could Ava land in harm's way? Back with Jason, he'll have new reasons to be concerned. Whether that involves Carly's growing connection to Brennan or something else, Jason will definitely be on edge. Meanwhile, Lucky Spencer will have a surprise in store for Elizabeth Baldwin, so that'll hopefully be a romantic one. Across town, Emma Drake will go to extremes. There'll be some predicament that causes Emma to do something drastic, so Giovanni Gio Palmieri may have to come to her rescue eventually. Once Felicia Scorpio quizzes Sasha, that'll put her on the spot. Will Felicia have questions about Sasha's sudden nest egg and how she acquired it? Sasha will set off some alarm bells if Felicia figures out that she struck a deal with Jen Sidwell. During the week of March 31-April 4, fans should see that there's more than meets the eye when it comes to Marco. Marco will head to Windermere, where it'll likely be revealed that he's Sidwell's son with Natalia Ramirez. Lucas Jones is already falling hard for Marco, but can the new man in his life really be trusted? Brad Cooper might do some snooping and feel the need to protect Lucas as Marco's shady side comes to light. As for Sonny Corinthos' heart issues, how long can he realistically keep putting those on the back burner without consequences? Sonny's stress will be on the rise soon, so that could lead to his worst medical crisis yet if he's not careful. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Willow Corinthos and Drew Quartermain's relationship could end with a coma twist. Will Nina Reeves help her daughter with a shocking cover-up after Drew's shooting tragedy? Considering all the enemies and dirty moves Drew's making, he'll inevitably have to pay the price. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that Drew's fate will be a fatal one. If GH wants to keep Cameron Matheson around, they could go for a situation where Drew lands in a coma instead. It would still deliver some similar drama without going to the extreme of killing off Drew altogether. Drew's keeping some huge secrets that could ruin his future with Willow, so there's the potential for a confrontation to get out of hand once everything unravels. Drew is clearly obsessed with Willow at this point, so he's not going to take the breakup news well. Willow may wash her hands of Drew and make some new predictions about her future without him, but he may not accept that. Could Willow do something to defend herself if a Drew face-off escalates to dangerous levels? Could Willow even pull the trigger on Drew and panic once the cops are investigating a shooter mystery? In that case, Willow may fear the police won't buy that she was acting in self-defense. The thought of going to prison and leaving her kids without a mom could send Willow into a tailspin. Willow might also worry about the custody feud with Michael Corinthos and assume that even if she gets off the hook, all this Drew chaos could come back to bite her in court. What if instead of calling the cops after this potential Drew disaster, Willow calls Nina to help with the cover-up instead? That'd be an interesting way to reconnect this mother and a daughter after their relationship fractures. Willow won't be happy about Nina's safe snooping, and she'll be even less thrilled whenever she eventually hears about Nina's hookups with Drew. Nina and Willow's bond is going to take some hits in the coming episodes, but Nina might prove she's a dependable mom by stepping up for Willow when it counts. Perhaps Nina could decide to take the fall for Willow if need be. We could certainly imagine Nina helping Willow cover her tracks or even marching down to the PCPD to claim she did the deed herself. Nina might hope that Drew never comes out of his coma, but his wake-up call could ultimately lead to his side of the story and more problems. General Hospital spoilers revealed that at least 3 storylines need to end ASAP. Let's talk about some major plots that have gone on long enough and how GH can move forward. For starters, we'd like to see Ava Jerome get her wealth back and escape this broke nightmare she's stuck in. The Cassadines took back Ava's divorce settlement, which never made any sense. Even if that were possible, Ava wasn't exactly poor before she got that settlement. Nevertheless, Ava is now being forced to deal with loans, accountant meetings, and budget cuts. The writers were clearly determined to make Ava struggle financially, but it's a silly story and not very fun to watch. Drew Quartermaine and Willow Corinthos' disgusting romance is another storyline that needs to end as soon as possible. This relationship is arguably what started Drew's downward spiral as a more sinister character, and Willow doesn't look much better since she's a hypocrite who's letting Drew pull the wool over her eyes. Willow and Drew clearly bring out the worst in each other, so we'd like to see a romantic blow-up soon. Drew and Nina Reeves' secret hookups could play a role in driving Willow and Drew apart, so maybe that shocker will finally explode and end Willow's relationship. We get that the show has to set the stage for the big reveal of Giovanni, Gio Palmieri's true parents, but they really need to move things along now. It feels like there's been plenty of buildup, so it's time to get to the good stuff. Scenes are starting to get a bit repetitive when it comes to Lois Sorello worrying about the Gio secret unraveling. We've also seen more than enough moments between Gio and Brooklyn Quartermaine to play up their family connection. Fortunately, things should kick into high gear once Dante Falconry inevitably finds out Brooklyn gave his baby up for adoption. That revelation is looming for Dante whether Brooklyn likes it or not. May sweeps might be an excellent opportunity for the whole Gio truth to get exposed. Once the buried secret portion of this storyline is out of the way, a new story can begin through the fallout. Gio will have to face shocking news and make some predictions about what his future is going to look like once his world's turned upside down. General Hospital spoilers say there is strong speculation that the producers of the show might bring Dr. Kim Nero back on the canvas. As many fans can remember, Kim Nero was last played by actress Tamara Brown. She is currently playing Ava Braun on Days of Our Lives. However, there are a lot of viewers out there who think that even if Tamara doesn't come back, Kim should be recast with another actress. Kim and Drew clearly have a past. They also shared their late son, Oscar. There's plenty of history between them that General Hospital fans believe Kim could come back. After all, she was pregnant the last time that she was in Port Charles. The baby could have been the late Franco Baldwin's baby, or Kim could have had Julian Jerome's baby. As many General Hospital fans can imagine, the internet had a lot to say about the matter. Some have even commented with, "Bring her back so they can waltz out of town together." But first, unleash some of that special brand, Kim Nero crazy on Willow. I'd be all for this. I think she'd be able to level him, actually put him in his place. Another fan wrote, "Plus Kim, she knew Drew way before they ever were in Port Charles, and she knew him when he was in the Navy. So if anyone can snap Drew out of this, it is Kim." And then there was this comment as well, "Either way, why not bring Kim back? The hospital could always use more doctors. Plus, with Kim back, you could easily pair her up with Drew again. Gets Drew out of Willow's orbit. Or hell, with Kim back, you could put her with Sonny, Jason, or even Rick." General Hospital spoilers reveal that Jason Morgan may say 7 ominous words to Carly Spencer when she refuses to cooperate. Here's why Carly should listen to Jason's warning despite what her heart's telling her. GH fans know Jason obviously has excellent reasons to worry, since Carly nearly faced a grim fate due to polonium poisoning. Valentin Cassadine was targeting Jack Brennan and put Carly in the hospital by mistake with that tainted bottle of bubbly. If Carly hadn't been enjoying a hot night in Brennan's suite, then she could have avoided that close call. Jason is concerned about the potential for other incidents like this, as long as Carly stays connected to Brennan. Valentin also suggested that Brennan might secretly still be running the WSB, so Jason is on edge and just wants this guy out of the picture ASAP. That's why Jason just warned Carly that her relationship with Brennan is done. Jason is trying to convince Carly that her life's at stake and will continue pushing for a Brennan breakup in the March 24 episode. However, Carly's fallen pretty hard at this point and doesn't hold Brennan responsible for what went down. Since Jason doesn't get to decide who Carly dates, she'll clarify that and push him to accept that she has to make her own choices. Jason will grow frustrated over Carly not taking this threat seriously enough, but Carly's mind may already be made up. Carly will turn on the waterworks and plead with Jason not to walk away from her over this. Although Carly will get where Jason's coming from on some level, she may argue that Brennan can protect her now that Valentin's getting locked up. Jason won't be so sure about that, and will stand his ground on Carly's romance with Brennan leading to awful news. The longer Carly sticks with Brennan, the more risks she'll be taking. Jason may have to accept that Carly wants a future with Brennan, but that doesn't mean he has to like it. In the end, Jason may say these 7 ominous words to Carly. "You'll regret keeping Brennan in your life." Even if Carly avoids more danger, Jason may feel confident that Brennan's deception is going to break her heart. Brennan comes from a world of secrets, so Jason may make a prediction about Carly eventually getting a rude awakening. Since Brennan is hiding the truth about Cyrus Renault, as well as Jocelyn Jack's new WSB gig, Carly will indeed face some shockers that change the game sooner or later. Today on General Hospital, Laura faces a new threat from a city councilman. Drew holds his press conference, and Portia reads through Drew's medical file. Kai and Trina arrive at the hospital. Kai is out of his sling and admits he's nervous about this press conference, and he doesn't want to disappoint Drew. She tells him he'll be amazing and not to worry about Drew. Jordan and Curtis arrive, and Jordan still can't believe Curtis is giving Drew coverage. Curtis tells Jordan he's going to let Drew think he's won. Jordan says Drew isn't going to stop hating him or blaming him for what he's lost. Curtis knows, and one day soon, Drew's inflated ego will lead him to make a big mistake and cross a line. In Portia's office, Drew gives her pointers on introducing him and reminds her that this is about the kids today. Portia tells him that she's done everything he's wanted, so take the win. He reminds her that he's the one keeping her from paying for the crimes she committed. So stop treating him as an enemy and start treating him as a friend. He leaves, and Portia looks at a file on Drew. Kai and Trina meet with Jordan and Curtis, and Drew soon arrives. Jordan goes to check on Portia, while Drew gives Kai a pep talk. Drew asks Kai about his plans for the future and tells him to consider using his natural charisma as a way to get into politics. Meanwhile, Trina tells Curtis that Kai has faith in Drew, and they know he can't be trusted. She feels she should have warned him. Councilman Ezra Boyle appears and says hello to Drew, noting that this will be a great day for Port Charles. When Curtis sees them together, he tells Trina he knows just what to do about Drew. Curtis approaches Drew, Ezra, and Kai, and asks to borrow Kai. They step away, and Ezra tells Drew he chose wisely picking Kai as a spokesperson, and it's a shame what happened with the Esplanade. Ezra blames Laura's attachment to Sunny for being the reason why they couldn't relocate it. Curtis warns Kai that Drew is not who he thinks he is. Drew will promise him anything to get what he wants, and he won't honor the promises. He asks Kai to be careful. Curtis says this sports initiative with the hospital is a good thing, and not to let Drew get in the way of that for him. Jordan stops by to see Portia in her office, and the doctor is still reading a file on Drew. Jordan admits she's shocked Portia hasn't given this press conference task to Terry, but Portia says this is good for the hospital and she and Curtis are in agreement about her doing this. Portia and Jordan head to the place for the press conference. Portia spots Curtis with Kai and asks Trina what's going on with them. Trina says Curtis is giving him a heads up on Drew. The press conference happens off-screen. Drew tells Kai he was great, and Curtis tells Trina her guy Kai is something. Meanwhile, Ezra is gushing to Portia about how great this is going to be for Port Charles and the hospital. In her room, Carly has a nightmare about the poisoning and wakes up calling Jack's name. Lucas stands in the door and says, "No such luck, it's just me, your baby brother." Lucas lays into Carly for not listening to everyone who has told her to stay away from Brennan. Carly tells him Jack isn't at fault, that Valentin is. Carly says she heard it all from Felicia last night. She says Jack is a gorgeous man who was interested in her, and she wanted to see where it would go. She says it was going great until it wasn't. Lucas wants to see her happy, but tells her to date someone who won't get her killed, like a dentist. He tells Carly that dating Brennan isn't good for her or her health, and he is one of a long list of people who depend on her and need her around. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.